Hey guys, let me just make sure this is. I should get rid of my face. Haha. So, let me also open this just so that. Oh, this is awkward. um. So I click join team, and you'll see Ziggy over here. Creps. He's on my team. So I just joined him in curse. That's awkward. Anyway. This is me playing a support. I'm a pretty bad support. I've always been a pretty bad support. I just don't have the mindset for it because when I'm support, I think I got to take this damage so my teammates stay alive, and I just always seem to think that for some reason. And that's not the case. Like, you have to play smart. You don't just throw yourself into damage. It's like any other role. But for some reason, I don't seem to understand that. So I was last pick. They had Ares, Thanatos, Chiron, Freya, Kukulkan, and I said Bacchus or Khumba. And our Circuit said Khumba, so I picked Khumba. I think Bacchus is just really good against Kukulkan. And I think that Khumba is just kinda good and people don't realize it. Alright, now that I got all the introductions out of the way. I mean, it's kind of obvious if I'm recording this game that it's because I think I did well. And so I started with some pretty good damage there. So I think I did well. My homie's going crazy. He's going deep. I'm trying to body block for him. I don't know how I stayed alive. I'm pretty sure he's like one shot away. But we got good damage on them. They got good damage on us. So it kind of goes, both ways. But Freya did the one potion start. And sorry guys, whenever there's an update, I just realized this is like this. So I'm just gonna make this a bit smaller. Apply. I'm not gonna change anything else. Everything else I don't really care. But so Circuit was like, hey, let's gank right. So I was like, hey, let's kill Ares. So we killed Ares, and now Isis is here, and I was like, hey, let's kill Freya, but, there's no chance of we're killing her in her tower when we're level 3. So that didn't happen. And so, I mean, I know Stay West is a pretty decent ADC, so I was at least happy that if I had to support, it was for someone that I know is pretty good, or at least knows what they're doing. So that was a positive. I was pretty happy with that. And we're just duking it out here. And I didn't really know what to do because Ares, had died, so, like, I'm not a very good support, so I don't really know when to, like, rotate and when not to. So I was like, hey, maybe I can just catch this guy off guard when he's, coming in up to the lane. And Ho Yi was really cool, and he didn't tell me that enemies returned to base until all the minions were gone in the front. So I didn't get experience either for those, but I got level 4 at least. And so here I was kind of trying to force something to happen. I saw that Circuit was coming from the other side, I was here, and that we have Isis. So I was like, hey, maybe they'll, come up and we can just wreck them. But she's clearing the lane, and they're not budging. And they're still not budging. And even though they're coming into the tower, they're still not moving. So yeah, they were pretty... I mean, we're not like ahead by, any stretch of the imagination. I mean, it's less than 1,000 gold. And even if that is like a decent amount at this time in the game, we haven't even gotten to spend it. So like, pretty much no lead, except for in levels. And so this is where Ho Yi was like, I'm level 5, I have my ultimate. I was like, I'm not level 5, but they're about to get this dick. And so I gave her that. Tried to measure in it so that she'd be in it for longer, and that did a lot of damage to her. Master Land. And so here I get this hot root. He gets the hot autos along with the hot whatever, ricochet. That's what that's called. So I'm not 5 yet, but at least Ares isn't either, and I'm sure Jeff Hinlow would be level 5 at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, but like I said, I'm not a good sport. So although this game I did play pretty well. I was pretty happy with it. And I was going to do this wave And then freaking our Ho Yi was crying about me taking his experience, because you know that's what ADCs do. Except for me, I'm usually pretty like, I'm like, hey, just take this wave on a mark. But most ADCs are selfish. It's not cool, not alright. But so we clear this and then I come back. I can get cooldown boots here, and if I remember correctly, I also get blink. We can see at the bottom here, cooldown boots, blink, blink. There it is. Blink on Karna. Blink on Khumba Karna is good just because you can blink Mez, and then when the Mez is running out, you can ult, and then when the ult, like when they're coming down from the ult, you can root them, and it just gives your team like a lot of chance to catch up, but also to do damage, and it's just really strong. And my Ho Yi here is 2 levels up, and just about to solo the Freya, and for some reason she steps up and into where he would ult. That wasn't very smart, but whatever. And full penetration's like a pretty well-known ADC. He like mains on her and has 23,000 on her worshippers, which is a lot. Like I have 2,000 on Apollo. He has 23,000 on her. Like that's ridiculous. But I guess I don't know. He fell behind because Ares died, so it's kind of not his fault. I mean, it is his fault, but I don't know. There's not much he can do, especially because he's Freya and he doesn't have Fatalis on. But our solo Arachne killed their Kukulkan, which was great. So, and also we're the Chaos side, so we were the lower Elo team, which means we won more Elo. Isis missed her Spirit Ball, which was pretty bad. But you know, it happens, I guess. Just strolling. So this is where Ho Yi was like, enemies have returned right. So I was like, alright, well we're gonna gank right. So I started coming over this way. And I don't know how I knew that they were at purple. But we knew that they were at purple. Oh, right here I knew. Because I was looking for them in lane. So I blinked. I said, alright, so this is weird. So you'll see that the target I went on is Ares. Oh my god. So they were in lane, so I was like, alright, I'm going to try and gank. Give me vision of them. So I was running down the side lane, and I couldn't see him yet, couldn't see him yet, couldn't see him yet. Saw him doing their buff right about now. And I typed in, when I was like back further a little bit, I typed in, I'm going to blink Mez ult on Ares. And so that's what I said I would do, so that's what I did. Blink Mez ult. The better target was definitely Freya, obviously, but I didn't want to like confuse anybody, so I just did what I said I would do. So I ulted him. But Freya ended up dying anyway, and it wasn't a big deal. It could have been pretty bad, but you know, it wasn't. Here I thought I had died, and then I was like, oh, Kumkarna has that passive where he doesn't die. But you know, I stay alive, hit him with that hot root, and I get out for 5 seconds, and then I die. So, not really anything crazy. But I think Serket gets a kill. What am I doing? I don't usually do this. Alright, this is cool. I'm gonna follow myself like this. Where am I? Alright, let's go. Give you the action shot, fellas. I was waiting for a sentry ward here, so that's why it seemed like I was taking a while. Just clearing these, I didn't realize how long it would take. I also didn't realize Ho Yi was over here clearing the speed camp, or the attack speed camp, until I was already like halfway done killing these. And at that point I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna solo these. There we go. So I think our solos kill each other. That's fine. So I put that sentry down so we had vision, which is great. You always want vision. Vision is your friend. And so I was trying to like force a play here. It didn't like really present itself because they didn't really come out of tower. But I was hoping maybe they would. And then when I saw he kind of was getting close, I was like, hey, you know what? I'll mez him. I tried to knock Ares up right here, but it didn't work. But he died anyway. But unfortunately, Isis died as well. And I don't know what I was doing here, right? So I was trying to make the big plays, right? Do some damage, hit him with that mez. I don't know why I stuck around. I could have just gotten out. But, I don't know. That was a dumb play. It wasn't that dumb. Like, it's not a big deal. I probably would have died anyway. But it was still a dumb play. And does he get tier 1? I'm pretty sure he doesn't. I guess we'll see. No, that's right. Oh, you rotated right as I was coming up, which means I'm alive. Yep. And I will always love you. So Isis was rotating to help me do this rep, and I needed the experience because I'm level 7, and they're all getting up to like level 10, 11, 12. Ares is 0-4, so for him to be level 7, it makes sense. I'm 0-2 with 6 assists, so I shouldn't be this low. And then I was like, alright, let's go to their purple, and again, and she was, you know, she got off of the buff because we got there, obviously. Then their team started rotating, which Isis and Serket called out. They weren't in Curse, but they were using BGS, and they were pinging it, which was good. And so I hit her with this hot root, hit her with that hot belly flop, and she gets wrecked. I wasted my mez there, but I don't know, it wasn't like a big waste. And I didn't use my ult there because I figured that we would be able to kill him before I needed CC immunity, and I was right, which was pretty cool. And then the call was Gold Fury. That sentry that we put down ended up paying off because there was a ward that they put down right here, and I had vision of it. And so I got to clear it. So we get gold, and this is the part where I wanted to go and zone this guy out. But I was taking Gold Fury, so I didn't want to like drag Gold Fury with me, so I had to rely on Serket to zone them out. So we're just kind of doing buffs here. I'm getting my root ready. It came up just right then. I get a 2-man root, and I met nobody because you know, they were in their alts. But basically, Kukulkan used his ult to kill me, and Thanatos died. And basically, none of that went well for them. We got a deicide. I picked up attack speed on accident, and my ultimate, or sorry, my passive. My passive really baited out a lot there. And also, once we did gold, I kind of initiated that fight. Like, they didn't say, like, attack or anything. I was like, we're going to screw these guys. And so I'm really happy that my team followed up. Because they could have just as easily said, don't follow up. But here are the stats. I've never really seen Khumba's. I don't really know what he's doing here. I don't get what he's doing. This is confusing. Alright. Here are the damage numbers. Obviously, I didn't do a lot of damage as support, but also as Khumba. He did a ton of damage. He was 8-0. What the hell? Yeah. I don't know. It was just a pretty quick game, so like these numbers don't really matter. But yeah. I was in Diamond 1 a little while ago. I got demoted, and now I'm trying to work my way back up. I'm on my promo game, so if I win my next game, I do get promoted. I'll be in Diamond 1 again, and you know, like I said, I want to get into Masters before the end of Season 2, which is 16 more days. I definitely think I can do it, maybe even this weekend as long as I keep playing. I have been playing a lot of Ranked, I just haven't been recording it because it lowers my frames, and I don't mind that as much in casuals because it's whatever, but in Ranked, I want to be able to win and I want to be able to hit stuff, so that's why I haven't been you know, recording as much Ranked, but I will do these post commentaries because you know, I don't need the frames after the fact. So yeah, really appreciate you guys watching and the constant support that I get on my videos, because you guys really do show a lot of support, and I've been getting more likes and I've been getting more comments, and I really appreciate comments because I like responding to them, and I appreciate likes because when I see a video with 6 likes and you know, a bunch of views, I'm like, wow, people really enjoyed this. And the way I judge my videos is how many views it gets is how interesting it looks initially, like by the title and by the picture, and how many likes it gets out of those people is how much the video was entertaining. And that's how I like judge it, because views don't really mean that people liked it. They just means that they clicked on it, which means it was appealing to look at and the title sounded interesting. But if you like the video, then it's usually because you actually liked the video. And so I really appreciate getting more of those. More views are great, and then more comments are also awesome because I like to read those and respond. And so yeah, I appreciate it. I am going to probably play more ranked, and yeah, hope for the best. Peace out, guys.